Hey, Farmstead families. Happy to see all of you guys. Miss Michelle here in my backyard. We're going to read some stories. Today we're reading Yoko Learns to Read by Rosemary Wells. This is a series that my little kindergartner really likes. We read a lot of them. Yoko Learns to Read. Yoko and her mama loved to read their 3 books from Japan. Yoko knew The Happy Doll, The Star Princess, and 3 Golden Eggs by heart. At school, Mrs. Jenkins gave Yoko 3 leaves, 1 for each book. Proudly, Yoko pinned her leaves on the class book tree. Yoko noticed that Valerie had 4 leaves, and Angelo had 6 leaves. Olive and Sylvia, between them, had 9 leaves. Yoko had no other books at home. Bugs on my screen. That night, Yoko would not eat her favorite sushi. "I am stuck at 3 book leaves," said Yoko to Mama. "Olive and Sylvia said I would be left behind." "Let's read The Golden Eggs, or maybe The Star Princess," said Yoko's Mama. "No, Mama," said Yoko. "I already have those book leaves." Yoko's Mama went to school to see Mrs. Jenkins. "Yoko is afraid to be left behind," said Yoko's Mama. Mrs. Jenkins said, "Oh, but you can make all the difference. Just read 1 book out loud with Yoko every night." Yoko's Mama did not tell Mrs. Jenkins that she herself could not read even 1 word on the classroom wall. Yoko and her mama put on their best kimonos for their trip to the library. Yoko got her own library card with her name on it. She picked out a beautiful book about a fox. Mr. Chatterjee, the librarian, stamped it and handed it to Yoko. "Bring the book back when you finish it. Then you may choose a different one," said Mr. Chatterjee. "I can't wait to read it," said Yoko. There's her library card. Do you have a library card? At home, Yoko and her mama sat at their tea table. Yoko's mama turned the pages from the back to the front. "In English books, we turn the pages the other way," Mama said. "Mama," said Yoko, "I learned that in school." Yoko and her mama followed the story by looking at the pictures. Yoko pointed to the cover. "I have seen these 3 words before. They are on Mrs. Jenkins' word wall. Tomorrow I will find out what they are." In school, Yoko copied the words onto a new book leaf. In school, Yoko copied the words onto a new book leaf. Then she told the picture story out loud. Mrs. Jenkins put the 4th book leaf up on the tree. "Telling isn't reading," Olive and Sylvia whispered. "I think you can read these words, Yoko," said Mrs. Jenkins. She pointed to "the," "red," and "fox" on the word wall. "Words are like faces," said Mrs. Jenkins. "Easy to remember. Now that I know the red fox, I need another book," said Yoko. She's getting excited. On the way to the library, Yoko saw a sign. "Look, Mama," she said. "It says bus stop." "I'm so proud of my little snowflower," said Yoko's Mama. Yoko's new book was about a bunny who could fly. The bunny was wearing colorful shoes. "Shh," said Yoko. "I'll bet that shh word is shoes. It just makes sense." On the school bus, Yoko showed her book to Maggie. Maggie was in 2nd grade and could read. "Magic has a soft G like Jim and a hard C like cup," she said. "Now I will get my 5th book leaf," said Yoko. Yoko and her mama brought the magic shoes back to Mr. Chatterjee. He suggested "snug as a bug in a rug" for Yoko. On their way out, Yoko read the word on the door for her mama. "Library," said Yoko. "It just makes sense." Yoko had no trouble finishing "snug as a bug in a rug." Mrs. Jenkins awarded Yoko her 6th book leaf. "I bet you can't read my book," said Sylvia the next day. "Or my book," said Olive. Yoko took a deep breath, then let it out. "Sam's Pink Pig," she said, "and My Big Bad Hat." She did it. Yoko could not wait to tell her mama. "Olive and Sylvia didn't believe me," said Yoko, "but they found out, Mama. I can read. I can really, really read." Outside, the night wind blew and the snow flew. Inside, Yoko and her mama read their books. "Do you think I could learn to read in English too?" asked Yoko's mama. She took out her crayon and paper and made a shape. "What is that?" asked Yoko's mama. "It's an A," said Yoko. "That's where we start." Does anyone in your family speak another language? It's always neat to share different words and different things with different language. I hope you can find some fun and read some books.